Now, hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast. And as of right now, we have areas of severe weather that we are expecting towards portions of New Mexico. Overall, with the tropics, it has calmed down pretty drastically, so we are going to be going from that switch from the tropics to tornado season number 2, where we're going to start going back and covering the severe storms that are going to start popping up. And as well as that, we have the winter season approaching. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And so here we are on Radar Omega, and you can see that as of right now, we do have this slight risk of severe weather. This is extending through portions of eastern New Mexico into portions of extreme northern Texas as the southern part of this side of Texas. This is just north of Pecos and Kermit. This is a marginal risk, stretches all the way down from Las Cruces all the way up north into Santa Fe. And then a funny thing that we like to joke about meteorology-wise is Clovis is always known for severe weather. This is now involved with this. So we're going to continue to see how this plays out today. Usually during a severe event, we look at morning convection to see if morning convection does have a threat. All that morning convection as of right now is up to the north as its threat. So when these storms start, either you're going to have that heating of the day, you're going to have the dew points and all that set. And there's not really going to be anything to kind of collide the boundary for these storms. So we are going to kind of continue to monitor to see how the morning progresses. We could see a shower or two pop up in this area, but as of right now, it's not looking like anything insane. As for the severe threat itself, let's go ahead and show you what that's going to look like. Now, as I was talking about, you can see about 10, 11 o'clock, the HRRR does predict some showers to the north of this. Like I said, due to some of the more heavier morning convection up to the north, I don't think that's going to have too much of a crazy threat. As we do get into the afternoon, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is Eastern Standard Time. I don't have it converted as of right now, so you will need to convert that to your own time zone. But you can see the storms starting to fire up along that line. They fire up pretty early, and they take a while to get over here. These are very slow moving from what the HRRR is showing. But 5, 6, you can see the intensity is gained. These storms right here in the slight risk towards like Carlsbad and Loving, New Mexico, towards the Texas border, if these can remain discrete, they do have the ability to spin and drop pretty large hail. The wind threat for this will obviously be associated with those storms, anything that can go severe, but it's going to congeal into a line behind that. So any of these main starting supercells you can see right here towards Roswell, right here towards Carlsbad, that will have that potential for that spinny involved in it to drop a tornado. So you need to have that plan ready. As we keep going through, once again, anything that can remain discrete along this line can drop a tornado. You can have a tornado embedded into this line. I'm not saying that's not possible, but that biggest threat is going to be for those supercells, those embedded supercells, or those supercells that are spawning right in front of this. That wind threat, on the other hand, that main threat is going to be along the line. So you can see supercells were back here. You can still have an embedded supercell or two, but that main threat for wind is going to be along that line of storms. And this will continue on with intensity 9, 10, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. About midnight is when it does calm down. So you can see from over here, you have the pinks, the purples, and stuff popping up. About midnight to 1 a.m., you can see those pink kind of disappear, the yellow and the red starting to be more content. You can still see a little bit of that intensity. It's not just going to die off, but as we continue to get into the morning hours, that's just going to cool it, and then it's just going to all move out as we get into portions of the day 2. Day 2, there's more severe weather expected out towards this area. As we get into tomorrow, it's going to be a more nocturnal threat. This is an older model. This is a less accurate model, so take this right here with a grain of salt. But for tomorrow, the 20th, this is a marginal risk of severe weather. Once again, the same areas pretty much as eastern New Mexico. We didn't swap anywhere. Just outside of Clovis, just near Carlsbad, where we're seeing the supercell for today. But as we continue to walk through this, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, this model predicts a more nocturnal threat. The marginal risk has been placed for scattered showers. Not everywhere is going to see a storm, but if we kind of just show throughout this whole line here, you are going to have those scattered showers. Some of these could be severe. Some of these could drop a little bit of hail, a little bit of wind. With this threat, though, tornado is impossible, but always have a plan, know what you need to do, and just keep monitoring it. Things always change, so we'll just have to continue to see how this progresses. If you are curious about the weather, you can follow me down on X. It's Collins_WX now. Still has the Skycast branding and all that. It's just a picture of me now. So feel free to generally drop the link in the comment. Click that, follow it. We're almost at 200. Now I'm going to switch over to the tropics a little bit to kind of show you. Towards north of the Cape Haitian and Guantanamo, we do have a 90% of tropical development chance. I literally just came down to the tropics to see what was going on and found this. I had no idea it was this high. The National Hurricane Center is very confident that something is going to form from this. And if we look at the HWRF, this is a tropics model for 94L, which is the name of this. You can see very much some spinny in there, but it doesn't look like anything is crazily developing. It's not a major hurricane from and coming for these areas. It could see like a tropical storm or something form for this, or as time gets closer, the models update more and they can kind of predict more of what's going on. But as of now, nothing looks crazily interesting. Just anywhere areas towards like Havana and all that. This whole stretch of land here, I can't remember for the love of me what it's called. And the Bahamas. Just make sure you're being prepared and you have a plan ready and you're tuning into the weather. As for the United States, no direct threat for the United States for landfall right now. That can always change if we get another area of development or if this wants to just shoot on north, which I don't think it will. We're just going to have to continue to watch that. Coming over here to the Pacific, we don't watch the Pacific a lot, but we do have another area of tropical development. 10% 2-day, 7-day is an 80%. This is overall a high chance of development. This is going to go out towards the Pacific. So this is unlike this one that is a little bit landlocked. This one is not going to be landlocked at all. We can watch to see how this develops without harm of anything. The only thing out here is Hawaii, and that is pretty far away from it still. So we're just going to continue to watch the tropics as well, see how this continues to develop up, and if anything does develop, we'll post about it. As of right now, there is one more thing I want to do. There is a new app that just got released called Weatherwise. If you go on your app store, there's going to be a ton of apps actually named this. I found that shocking. But this app in its own self, this is a fully free radar. You can see down here, here's some video of it after actually being installed. But you can see it's not the most in-depth thing you'll ever see, but it is quite literally in-depth. There's a ton of radar data. You have velocity and all that. You have access to the tropics, things of that sort. So as of now, not released on Google Play. It is only released on the App Store, but it is coming to Google Play. If you want to download it, you can download it here. I personally am very fond of it. I've been using it for some of the forecasts on X. So once again, if you want to download it, here it is. Link will also be in the description. I do recommend it if you can't afford Radar Omega, Radar Scope, GRD2. They're all really expensive options. I'm paying almost $20-$30 a month for both of them. So just here you go. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine. But that's about all I really have. So thank you guys so much for tuning into Skycast. Remember, be weather aware if you're in the severe weather areas. Be weather aware if you're in the tropical areas. We don't want any more death, any more injuries. Already had storms that's done that. So just be smart, be aware, protect yourself if you need to. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.